Hello and good afternoon. Today I'm going to do an update on my Filofax, which is ever evolving and changing. There was a sale on Filofax USA last week, and I got the Regency compact. I also got it in a personal size because I'd never seen it, so I could compare the two. I did a separate video on the size comparison because I know there are not as many compacts out there, so sometimes you don't know the difference of what you might get. So I did a separate video on that because some people might not want to see, the insides of what I've done. They just kind of want to know for size, so I didn't go through this on that video. But I did on this one. So I'm going to take you through this. I did choose the compact one because I have a lot of personal size ones, and I was able to make this work, and it's not overly stuffed, so I figured why not? Let me just scoot around to the side so I could try and get both hands in here. So this is my compact Regency in brown. And this is my, I guess you could call it my dashboard. I do have a flyleaf over this. This is a card from Papyrus. And what I did is, I think the card's like $5, but I took the card, I cut out the lining, and I cut up the envelope and made dividers. So for $5, I got a whole thing of dividers that are all coordinated that I really like. I will go through that in a minute. So, excuse me, my watch is going. So I do have a full pocket back here. I tend to keep that empty for things that are, coming up. If I want to throw a receipt in there or a form I have to give to somebody, I like it empty so it's always available. And then I do have 4 credit card slots. This is my just in case emergency credit card. This is actually a gift card that I stuck transparent Post-its on either side, and I just slide it in. So I have those that I'm able to get to. Those were the 2x2s, but I cut them in half because I don't like huge Post-its all the time. I have other ones. And this was another business card that I put some of the mustache Post-its from Staples on. They fit on. That one was a little wide, so I turned it on an angle. Quick grab for those. Here I put my business cards. And this pocket here, I teach figure skating, and in one of the books comes with these little figure skater stickers, which I like to draw attention to a specific appointment or something. I just thought they were in front of, instead of stars, figure skaters. So I have those. I do have a little bit of these are from Staples. These are actually Post-it brand. I think Martha Stewart had some like that, but I think her stuff is being discontinued. On the back, because it came with 2 colors, I flipped one over on the reverse side to create a backing so I could take a really thin pile. Here I did the same thing, just a really thin sampling of Post-its. And then these were normally in my rings, but due to the fact I'm in a compact size, there were some things I needed to remove, and this is just as easy to get out of there. So I did that. I'll put that stuff away later. Anyhow, I'll go through pockets first. And then on the back aspect of this here, we do have, I put my checkbook in here. I just slide it in, so it's very easy. You can use it almost like a checkbook wallet. I have that, and then behind that, I put in some receipts. This pocket is really soft. It's actually pretty deep. Coupons and receipts of things like I need to file for taxes, so I try to keep that in there. Behind this are receipts that I use for work that I transfer into my tax book binder of sorts. So these I just slide them into their own envelope and slide them back in there because the paper's thin and can get wrinkled and kind of get jammed up and damaged, and I cannot have those get damaged. That I just put them inside of a regular envelope. A bill came in, put a little washi tape on it for fun, and that's that. And then in this pocket back here, normally when I collect checks that I need to deposit, I put in here, and I've already deposited them at the end of the week. But I like that because with the strap, it's very secure. So even when I open this, the strap will keep things from falling out here, whereas earlier in the video I had a Post-it kind of slide out a little bit. I want this to be very secure. I do have a paper Mate Inkjoy 100 pen, brown, because I'm like that. I like to color coordinate. And it writes really nice. So this is the back aspect of it. So to the rest of it, I'm going to see if I can put that down for a moment. So the first thing I have is behind my dashboard is my schedule. These pages tend to come with the Filofaxes. Sorry about that, had to step away a minute. Anyhow, this is the timetable. You normally get 1 or 2 sheets when you purchase a Filofax. So I made sure to write on it in Frixon erasable pen. So before I had July set up with summer school in there, and now I don't. So I was able to erase and rename this August. Just it gives me a good outline of kind of what my days are, where I can fill appointments in, and the things that are absolutely concrete and repeating in my schedule. So I have that. Next page are birthdays and anniversaries. That's been the same. I think they came out of a day run or day timer. So here is my month. These were Avery tabs. These were also Avery heart tabs. I just kind of like a different shape sometimes. Anyhow, so I write down the name of certain bills I have, when they happen, and these are like trips I'm going to take, other things that happen that I kind of want to look at a month. You know, a couple of birthdays I want to make sure I don't forget. If there's competitions, my husband and I coach figure skating, so we've got some stuff going on. But that's not much of this has really changed. So anyhow, this, what I showed in my last video was this, and I'll take this off real quick, is I took the week on a page with notes set up like this. So I put all my notes, who to pay, who to email, what to do, who to call, different to-do list, what I want to buy, attendance for my classes, all of that information here. Didn't need to sit on a particular day. And then here I had my week. I turned it this way so I could use it, kind of like the Franklin Covey setup. Now, I did use whiteout here, and in my last video I showed, this was an old whiteout, so it looks kind of beige. I got a newer whiteout and did that. And then I had somebody, and I'm so sorry, I do not know the name. I should have looked that up. Somebody said, well, why don't you just use a week per page and put a blank page in between? And I thought about that, and I was like, well, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't do that. So that was a really good suggestion. I kind of liked these because they did have, you know, it was set up, it was made to have like the months, it was part of the intact calendar. Sometimes I don't like things being haphazard or, you know, kind of pieced together. But I was like, you know what, let me try. So there's a different kind of page. This blank page right here comes like in the end of your Filofax. They give you like 2 or 3, like the end of your calendar. But I liked it because it is very formal. And I figured since it had no lines, then I could hold it this way. So now I really kind of like this. I figured, why not? So now some things I needed to address, things I want to sell, things I need to research, things, people I want to email, in attendance. This was ending because this is Sunday, so it's ending this week. So next week looks like this. I put all of my appointments in there. These are some appointments I need to plug in. I hope that's not too blurry, sorry. These were a list of post-it things that I need to work my way through. But I have my to-do list, attendance set up, and then these, as I address these tomorrow, because it's the beginning of the work week, I can make those phone calls. I'll get rid of all of those. And then it would be here. So this way, basically, if I have a lot to buy, a lot to do, a lot of people to call, I can set these categories any way that I want. And then again, appointments. And then down here, I use the tabs per month. So this is the beginning of September. This is October, November. It was a great suggestion. I was so close to the concept, and when she said that, I'm like, you know what? Let me try it, and I will try to find her name. But anyhow, so that's what I'm doing, and it's been for such a slim Filofax. The amount of stuff that I can put in here right now is crazy. Because also when I start school, I can add more pages. I can have a school page and then organize my life page with everything else, which is great. And if I don't have a lot of appointments, I don't even need to turn it this way. So that's that. Anyhow, that's enough of my calendar. But this was the card. And on the inside of the card, because it has that extra page, this was the page, which I thought, I guess I could turn it this way now, was so cute. So I made it into a divider. And it's a little thicker cardstock. Blank that out, personal stuff. I recently went to Lake Placid. These are Flavia, I don't know, pages, found them, thought they were pretty. So I threw in a couple packing lists, school prep list, house cleaning list. These are things that today I need to fill in, blogs, videos. The next section is, password IDs and such. I did print them, which I talked about in my last video, but I printed those up. Phone numbers. These are just restaurants and random things. I like to keep a list of packing just so I can pack quickly when I need to for trips. And I have this in a different notebook randomly. So I'm going to transfer it into there. But I did a summer packing list and a winter packing list. Some certifications, travel information. Sorry, I hope that would be a little clearer. Tips for school, how to succeed, my purpose in life, to finish school. So, and then websites, and then the next one is taxes, so I'm going to skip that. Just an extra blank page. This was another, I don't even know where I had this from. It was a piece of paper, so I thought it matched kind of the color scheme, so I made that into a divider. This is all of my attendance stuff for my students, which I did put this in here because I always calculate what I'm doing by the week number. So this is the week number, the calendar in front of me, so I know my days of what I'm doing, and I did put a tab on the bottom for that, so I can find that quickly. My next one, this was the inside of the envelope, had a particular pattern layer to it, so I cut that out just to go with the theme. It's really thin, so I think I put a piece of tape just to ensure that the holes wouldn't rip. And then these again are student packages, so we can fly through that. And I did put a contact sheet for some students. This was the outside of the envelope that it came in, so I used that again. This has some of my doctor's information, because typically that I need the doctor's information to talk about billing, so I put that in my finance section. And then I do have car tax, things you have to pay, all that good stuff on those pages. And then here I do have card slots. I just have a couple for business cards, membership cards, certain things like that. But I'm able to fit that much stuff in the rings. Ooh, let's do it that way, which works out pretty well. Sorry, this video seems to be rather blurry today, but hopefully that'll work out. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I've got my monthlies down there. I put them in really small so they don't stick out too much. So I do swap out my dividers often. I like a change of scenery. No reason why not. And it's kind of fun to see what kind of themes I can create, but I thought this would be fun color-wise. And anyhow, that is the compact Regency. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I only have one pen, and it is not a Frixon pen in here. So let me show you. First off, this is one of the things I needed to remove. This held a lot of my Post-its that are now in the front pocket, because this is one of the widest accessories you can put in a Filofax, because the rings are not in the pockets, they're separate. So this sticks out. I was holding extra pens. None of that fit inside of a compact. So if you like to do things like this in a compact, really difficult to make it work. So I took this out, put the Post-its in the front cover because I had so many pockets that worked out fine. But then to hold my accessories, I did this, which I'm going to make a separate video on in case people don't want to watch some of that. It's just going to be my Filofax accessory case, I guess. So I'll do that in the next one. Sorry for breaking in half, but these things can be a little long for me. So anyhow, that's all. I hope you enjoyed looking at my my compact Regency, and that's all. All right, take care.